Hello guys, I'm really glad to see you on our crypto channel, and today we will have a very interesting conversation with CEO of Decentralized card deck, Denis Bredikhin. Hello Denis, how are you today?
Hi, everything great, thanks.
Yeah, that's great. We will ask you step by step, and Dmitry, you are welcome.
Yes, please Denis, tell us more about the main idea of your project, how it all started and its main features, so on.
Okay, so actually it's a pretty big question, but I will try to answer shortly. About main idea, I should started from history. From 2017, I have my own IT company that work only in crypto sphere, so we develop a lot of crypto projects for other people. But later I understand that we want to do something own, something interesting that helps people with blockchain technology. And as I said, we tried a lot in different projects and wallets and exchanges and so on, and understand they want to do something in game industry. That's how DCD ecosystem started. And about main goal, main idea of project, maybe in few words, it's to help people, to provide people in game industry new blockchain platform where they can build some of the projects, game projects and projects that helps game industry with something. And by this, we should build not only blockchain platform, but something more. Because usually game developers don't want to teach new languages, understand how blockchain works. They want only to build games. And that's why another part of our project, it's educational part, where people can teach how they can use a blockchain, take some standards, take some SDKs from us that building by us and tools and build their games. And in addition, it's in addition to platform, it's our task is to create a lot of convenient tools, standards, and documentation, as said, and help games that help people who are involved in game industry build something new, something interesting with blockchain technology.
Great. Rochelle, you are welcome.
Denis, that was really great. I mean, you're thinking long term when it comes to developers and games. And I want to ask you, like, what online gaming problems does this actually solve?
Actually, main idea it's to reduce time that usually game developers spend to build something new on blockchain. Because as I mentioned before, mostly all game developers may be interested in such technology, but they don't know what they want to do and how they want to do. And we help with such things. Second part, maybe one of the main part is to kill middlemen between game developers, between projects and their customers who use it. So blockchain, the main idea is to blockchain to kill such middlemen, to close the gap between such projects and customers. And our project developed for this. So all game developers will work directly with players, with users who use it. And in another part, of course, we have usually players who want to choose something new, to want to try something new. We help them to play in blockchain games that we hope will work really good on our platform.
Yeah, that sounds great. So you partly replied my next question already, but are you aiming to build a very close interaction between players and developers in one place? Yes, am I right?
Yeah,
that's great.
True.
Could you tell us a couple of words about probably your depths? What is already on your platform? What is available for the players or for developers and something like that?
Actually, we already have our first game. It's a poker chain that built on testnet. You can check it and you can play it with mobile apps, desktop apps, and so on. And the main idea of this game is that it built full on chain, without any centralized servers, without anything. So you can take it, play it, check it, and see how all your transactions go through smart contract and blockchain. The another part of it, it's ideas that comes from 1970s. Called mental poker. In the 1970s, it was a cryptography task, how people can play on some card games without dealers, without casinos, and from different places. Of course, in such times, I mean, 70s it was quite hard to build it, but now blockchain brilliantly work for it. And another part that we are going to build, and some of them already confined on GitHub, it's a decentralized exchange. And actually, it's a bit answer for a question that you asked before about connections between users and players. This exchange will have some unique function that where people can change and change their in-game items to different in-game items. For example, I don't know, knife from Counter-Strike to a sword from World of Warcraft. Of course, different games, but maybe you understand what I mean. Another part of this of our dApp that we are building now, it's a GID. It's ID that comes in our heads a few years ago. It's gamer passport, because game industry very now strong, and a lot of projects needs gamers to check their products, and they want to find real gamers who have some experience in games that they need. And this GID will work directly with Steam and Origin and download data, main data for it, and you will able to find some rating of players and so on. And another part that I should mention, it's one game that will go to our platform. Interesting part of it that it's third-party players, so it's not us. They just want to work with us. Called Metal War, and they already have game on different blockchain, but they will work with us when we launch our public testnet.
Now that you're mentioning a public testnet, our quite standard question, what's the reason for choosing Binance Smart Chain, Solana, and DCD app layer, and not just Ethereum blockchain?
It's quite interesting question, and you mentioned a new word that we use now to call our DCD. It's app layer, and the main idea of this app layer is that we build not like a layer 1 because it's quite hard it's quite big and hard. We're not building layer 2 because usually layer 2 working only with one type of blockchain or with only one blockchain, for example with Ethereum. Our DCD working with a lot of blockchains, but we started from Binance Smart Chain and with Solana. Firstly, with Binance Smart Chain because we will have a token on it, and it's more popular and it's cheaper and easier. Solana because we have a lot of friends from it, actually from Solana Foundation and Solanium, and some guys from management from this platforms help us with connections. And of course, we will connect with Ethereum, because Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum is quite the same, but Ethereum, it's very expensive, and I think more popular would be, of course, Binance Smart Chain for it. But we will connect with Ethereum too, yes.
Great.
All right. Yeah, amazing. And since we're diving deep now, actually, I'd like to ask, your DCD token has fairly typical characteristics for utility token, but how can people use it to participate in different IDOs? Are you implementing some kind of shooting range structure maybe?
Okay, actually I can't answer a lot for this question, because maybe you see in white paper we have only one page about Launchpad with a few words, because we're now talking with our partners who work a lot with Launchpads and actually have their own Launchpad. I can't pronounce their name now, but later I will do it. And they work with exchanges, and they help us to build economic technical part so on such way that would be more comfortable for people. But the main idea, I should say, is that mostly people who stake our token will be able to work with IGO platform. Not only, but mostly who stake it.
Oh, it's quite understandable. Can you tell us about your Launchpad? Do you have a plan to launch your own Launchpad, and what is key advantages of your Launchpad? What makes it unique? Could you comment it on?
Yeah, of course. Actually, as I mentioned before, I can't say a lot of things about it, but the main idea of our Launchpad is to help young developers build something. We understand that they usually need the smaller tickets. Ticket is much less money for building something. That's why our IGOs on platform mostly would be very small. It would be a bit risky investment, but it's our way to help such developers who want to build something interesting that they love and maybe unique, to help such newbies to build it. And of course, we will help also such new young developers with our own funds that we already have by our token and with maybe development part of blockchain.
So how does the integration of DCD ecosystem makes it easier to create and build games? Like we are probably not only funding, but doing some more.
Actually, mostly we're working under technology part now and under connections with people who can help us with understanding what actually game developers need. But by technology side, we understand what they need. And we're already working under a unique system that I mentioned before, that we will connect different chains, and we understand that players, users, and developers don't want to download new wallets usually and save some new private keys. They want to use MetaMask or Solid and other wallets that are popular on different chains. And that's why we're building now a unique system that will help such players use their MetaMask to work with apps on our chains, on our platform. So all game developers will be able to advertise their products not only our platform and not only on one platform, maybe not smart chain, but for multiple networks. Because when we connect with each chain, we connect with their wallet, most popular wallet, and people will able to work it directly from this wallets without any new wallet. Sorry that I repeat a lot this word. And that's how we help. And of course, about tools and about documentation. And as I said, the main idea is to close the gap between blockchain and game industry. Because a bit more time, we'll spend a bit more time for this question. We talked a few days ago with one of the biggest Russian publisher and the game studio in Russia, and this actually it called 101 XP, and we talked with some of their chief management, and already I can't say that we already have agreement, but we have quite good speech and talk, and 2 weeks later I think we will find connections to how work together. And the main idea that he bring us is that game developers are ready to work with blockchain. They're interested in play-to-earn games, they're interested in NFT, and they don't care about pretty, sometimes bad reputation now of NFTs in usual market, in usual world. But they're interested in it, but they don't want to spend a lot of time to understand how it works. And here we are, we help such developers. We give them tools, we give them documentations, we close blockchain gap in their mind, and the only things that they should do is to build game, to build interfaces and so on.
Well, that's pretty solid, to be honest. And I think a lot of game developers will actually be excited to hear like what you have in store for them. And I saw that on your news BTC article, your team previously launched specialized training sessions or videos on creating games on DCD ecosystem. So my question is it available online for the game developers to watch, or can they access it anywhere?
I think it's maybe some mistake, because we didn't launch it. We're just working under it and we're creating it now. But we have pretty good experience in such things, because actually from 2015 and 2017, I have my own educational project in crypto. We translated a lot of articles about crypto, about blockchain to Russian, and explained how it works, why people should use it, and so on. And another part that we have few developers in our team that work in online universities, so they have pretty good experience in such things.
Thank you.
That's great. So, Denis, what's your plan for near future, and what segment of cryptocurrency market do you think will be the most popular in this year, apart from the NFT, of course? What do you think? What's your thoughts?
If you're talking about whole market, it's pretty hard to predict now. But today I talked with one Launchpad, actually through PNL. I can talk about it, and I think I hope that we can work together. But we're just talking now. But they said there was a third people who mentioned Unreal Engine, because as a third people they said that. Now, game developers usually build games on blockchain using the usual web web technology. Some of them use Unity, but next stage it would be build real good games with Unreal Engine and with such technology. And I think that next, maybe not in this year, maybe a bit later, maybe 1.5 years, but we will see games that build under blockchain with blockchain technology, not maybe AAA, but something closer. And that's why it's about our future, what we are looking for. We are looking for some new technologies in usual game industries that people use it. That's why I'm looking for partners from this game industry. And we're also looking for, of course, Unreal Engine, but it's quite hard to talk about it because of it's quite big. And actually I think NFT will work with game industry for a lot of years, but it wouldn't be with so much hype like last year. And as one of management, if I'm not sure, I think from Ubisoft, said that, okay guys, we heard that you are not very happy because of NFTs that we are going to use, but we will use it. And I think it's the right decision. They will use it, it's new technology, and we should be ready for something new more.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you describe your project in 3 words, and why? In exactly 3 words.
Interesting question. I think I will use it 3 words. It's simplicity, because it's the main idea is to make blockchain games as easy as it could be. And when I mentioned before, it's about first word. When I mentioned before Pocket Chain, our goal was to build a game fully on chain without a lot of time spending for game, because it sometimes takes a lot of time that you want to build something on chain and you want to play it. But in the end, we make a poker that work like usual online poker, without the same timer, without the same timer for every I forget this word in English, sorry, without for any steps. And people see it, and some people say, hey great, it's no difference between Poker Stars and your game. Of course, I mean about timers, about usability, it's not so big. It's third word, simplicity. Second word, it's openness. Of course, it's about blockchain, because all projects that built on blockchain should have this word in their mind. They should be open for everything, and for their development part, and for their marketing, and of course for data that they storage. That's why we are thinking that mostly popular thing for the mostly popular things that people will use and game developer will use on blockchain, it's to storage data of their players. Not of course private data, I mean maybe some list of items, or their money games, money games, yes, and so on. And third word, it's convenience. It's connects with simplicity that I mentioned before, that it should be a convenience for all people, and game developers, and for players, and people who should would able to they should, maybe I know how to say English right. They should be able to use a blockchain game without any problems and without any problems. Yes. Sorry, my English end now.
That's great. Denis, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us today. And I think this short conversation, but very informative, and I think it will be very useful for your followers, for the followers of your project to get this idea from our dialogue and to understand the main gist, the main idea of the project, and how it will allow players and developers and gamers interact with each other and create some new ecosystem and do this world better than it is. Yes, I think so. Guys, you can add some words to what do you want?
Denis, you're first.
No. I just want to say thanks for your time, and that when you will be able to send me a link, I will share with all my team, because we hire now. I know how to say it. Hire now new developers. Yeah. And it's much better to explain them by video what we want to build and how we work.
That's great. Yes. So we are in the right place in the right time today.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah, any kind of projects that are launching on blockchain, I'm always glad to see, because it's in one way or another. I wish your project a big success, and you have a lot of developers using it. Yeah. Game developers.
Thanks a lot.
That's great. So guys, thank you very much for this wonderful conversation and the positive ending of this conversation. Today, this video will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, and all our followers can see it. And of course, we will share it through all our cryptocurrency channels. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice time and stay in a profitable mode together with our team. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye, guys.